Welcome back to All Sorts of Sports.
It's all sorts of sports. It's sports in your ass.
In your ass?
It's all sorts of sports. It's sports in your ass.
Sports in your ass.
All sorts of sports, baby.
Ass.
Team is sick. He's not the Mel Ford of the pod. He's just sick.
He's the what?
He will be back.
Oh, Melford. God damn,
It's,
Joe Button fucking.
So,
My cigarette lit on fire. Hang on one second. Wait. Oh, shit.
Did you light it backwards? Like, what did you do?
how embarrassed are you right now? Oh, he can't even hear us.
Hey, guys.
So, how embarrassed are you right now?
Yeah, the cigarette, the filter caught on fire.
Did you light it backwards?
No, you know how it gives like unevenly burned sometimes?
Yeah.
Like you end up having like the flame will come out and so it fell over onto itself. And I was trying to flick it and the paper just got caught.
Smoking like 30-year-old Pall Malls? Like, Jesus.
Marlboro next. Cigarette for the undecided.
the
You can be
Marlboro-
menthol, you can be non-menthol. What do you want? Marlboro
like
next.
Camel Crushes, same shit.
What I'd rather be doing is smoking Chesterfields. Chesterfield,
Oh,
when you
yeah.
want your wife in the kitchen.
All right. So, no.
Chesterfield. But you know, a woman's only good when her number's under 2. Chesterfield.
Her numbers?
We're going to let that breathe.
No, let's suffocate it right now.
Chesterfield. Good enough for Negroes, good enough for our troops. It's Chesterfield.
All right. Draymond Green. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Draymond.
Got suspended indefinitely for hitting Nurkic with his wrist to the ear.
Are
You
you,
know, to
defending
me-
Draymond? It sounded like you're defending Draymond in that.
to me, it looked like he was trying to sell a foul. You know, it's you know, it's the age of flopping. You know,
It is.
if LeBron had done that, he'd have been like, just trying to sell it.
Nurkic shouldn't have had his head right there. Pause.
His
Look, man, I know slow-mo makes everything looks worse, right? But
No.
you can frame by frame see that dude cock his hand like this. Like, I'm like this nigga.
I don't know why the fuck he did that.
He's
I
Draymond.
don't- Not like, but when the suspension came down, right? My first thought was, all right, I don't care how long he's suspended for, as long as during that period of time he's getting help, and he comes back after like some shit changes in his life because something's up, something's wrong.
Yeah, he's got a temper that's about that long.
And he's only learned how to deal with it one way. There was an interview that got dropped a few weeks ago that I thought made a lot of sense as far as the history of Draymond, which was Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah,
When he was talking about how what I didn't know was he was around those early 2000s Pistons like nonstop and saw how they handled shit. And I'm sorry, but if you look at that fucking team, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, fucking Rip Hamilton, these did not play.
Chauncey.
What happened? What happened with them?
Just just occasional things, just a mouse in the palace here and there. Like this
In Detroit.
this is the dude. If this is who he learned, like Rasheed, you can even see was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense when he does some of the shit that he does because like he learned from us. And then if he's been a dude that's been like the enforcer on these teams for so many years, right? And they've had the success that they've had. The Golden State Warriors are the last dynasty we've had in basketball, right? If you want to classify them as such, they're the closest thing you're going to get to a dynasty as far as this era, right? And if that's the case, you had Draymond kind of be this dude and be the enforcer. The problem is they're not good right now.
Yep.
And more and more every time the Draymond gets involved in something, you can't say that it's him just being the enforcer for the team. It feels like it's him in a moment being extremely selfish on what it is that he wants in that moment. And the thing that's so weird about it is that everything you can see is like he gets angry. Then he makes a solidified decision. I'm gonna fuck this person up. And so it's not just like the fist, like every once in a while you saw Ron Artest just kind of go off. And Ron Artest would be a dude that, like, if you could see it, if somebody found him, he was immediate in his aftermath as far as what he was doing, if it was a personal thing, right?
I'm sorry, whom?
Oh, Meta World's Peace. Is that what he still goes by?
Meta World.
Meta World. Right. Fuck the peace. But the thing with Draymond is that it almost always feels sort of premeditated. It feels more premeditated than that. Like the Rudy Gobert chokeout. The fuck did that come from? Right? Like you.
They were choking Clay.
Like
you grab my teammate, I'm gonna grab yours.
I hate.
Pause.
I don't like where everybody just starts like, all right, this dude needs to be suspended this amount or this amount, and like everybody kind of gets caught up in that shit. I don't know if counseling works for this because if you listen to his press conference right afterwards, I don't see that he thinks he's doing anything wrong.
Well, that's where the counseling comes in.
But the thing with counseling, I've been to therapy. You guys have been to therapy in some sort of capacity at some points in life, right? How much do you get out of therapy if you're not putting stuff in?
That's why it's indefinite. So however long it takes him to put some shit in.
To fake it. Because that's the other thing. Draymond's not a dummy, right? Like we all know Draymond to be a very, very smart dude. And if he's a very, very smart dude, I mean, he could placate them. He could do whatever. But I think the only thing with Draymond at this point is what your production as far as the team is concerned is not worth what we're getting from you if you're constantly going to be suspended and bringing this unwanted attention and drama to us when we can build around something else. You got a Warriors team that needs to learn to build around something else. They made the mistake in bringing Clay back. None of the new guys are really stepping up the way they need to. Andrew Wiggins looks like a shell of himself from what we saw in that finals. Kuminga has never really gotten completely there.
Well, he doesn't get enough playing time. It's his problem. But
see, that's the thing is like they keep the lineups constantly change with his ass being out. Then when he comes back in, they're not gelling correctly because what they used to do in the sense of what the Warriors and made them successful, they can't do anymore. Clay's not that dude anymore. Steph is some best basketball you've ever seen Steph play, but he can't do it by himself. Especially with what he does, he can't do it by himself.
I got a question. This could end bad for me, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because it's content. Do you guys remember the show Necessary Roughness?
Vaguely.
What is that? Was that an ESPN show?
No, it was on USA Network.
Fuck no. God, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
There was
Ryan, you weren't here for this.
I knew it was happening, but let me explain. Let me explain before you go off. All right. So there was a football player who had issues like anger issues and shit like that, and like personal shit that affected the team. So they said, all right, you got to go to counseling. And then he had like a doctor trying to help him out and all that good shit. So that was the premise of the show. And I was like, Draymond needs to go there. And I brought it up. Go ahead, KDot. Why are you mad?
It's a show. It's not real.
Number one, it's hilarious.
It's not real. Why does he go to the fucking wizarding world of Harry Potter and learn how to do spells and shit? Like, what the fuck?
They have sports psychologists, bro.
Yeah.
You know that. Arsenal do too.
Okay. That's fine. But like
he should do some shit like that.
Negro Dennis. All right, two things. Number one, James looking for life lessons. James looking for life lessons in the shittiest TV shows is fucking hilarious.
You can get life lessons everywhere.
I know you love. I know that anytime we have anything to do with race, James pulls out the Bible of what's the fucking Remember the Titans to see what it is that they said about it.
That was a great fucking movie. One, two, that's not even true.
James, what do we got to say about civil rights? Let me see what the good word Denzel Washington said. There's a dynasty.
You don't want to know, Petey. You don't want to know.
In the book of Petey, 315. Yeah, so that's you. Ryan, you missed it for some reason. James knows Black Knight, anime,
right?
And all cable show, all USA Network cable shows.
It was a period of time, just a select period of time. All right?
You only had News at 7 and the USA channel.
I never watched it.
Right.
Oh, that was you had to watch USA.
USA, ESPN, NFL Network, and that's it. And movies.
This motherfucker knows everything about Suits and Monk.
Oh, Monk's a good ass show.
Monk was great. It didn't start on. Did it start on USA? It might have started on USA.
Yeah,
I'm sure because that's all he watched was USA. Here's what I'm saying. I don't think that he's gonna need a hefty suspension, and a lot of counseling to work in order for him to be able to get back on the court, or put him in a room with Erykah Badu and Kyrie Irving. Probably
So come out crazier.
That is an insane group to go in with, because I don't understand what you're gonna do in that.
I think this is Ryan's understanding of who he thinks calm black people are.
Okay.
No, what
Erica's calm.
Common before Erykah Badu and after Erykah Badu are two very different people.
But what does Kyrie have to do with this?
You know, Sage.
Kyrie, exactly. He's sitting there and wave Sage at him to expel all of his demons. Like, what are you?
While he's wait, is Draymond married?
Draymond Green beat Kyrie.
Yeah, he's got 3 kids.
Sage Bush.
Yeah, we put in a room with Erykah Badu. Just hang out with the family.
I want to get put in a room with Erykah Badu.
Yeah, she'll change your life. I'm sure of it.
None of y'all can say it's right now. All right. Is that it on Draymond?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be suspended till the end.
You said none of us can say this right now?
Oh, and here's the other thing.
My girlfriend would drop me in a second to spend some time in a room with her. Yeah, racing to it.
I think that I'm not even sure it would matter if the Warriors were good, but because they're not good, Adam Silver has no incentive to bring Draymond back before he's ready to bring Draymond back, or Draymond's ready to be brought back, if that makes sense.
I think it's just all on Draymond.
No, but here's what I'm saying. If they were 20-3, or they were the Golden State Warriors that we've seen, I think there would be more pressure to bring Draymond back, but they're awful. And so they're not going to be in any rush to bring Draymond back, I don't think.
Suspended in the finals.
I don't necessarily agree. I agree. I understand the sentiment, and I don't necessarily disagree with the sentiment. I would say that the person I'm looking at more than anybody in this is Steve Kerr. It looks like Kerr has reached his breaking point. And it also looks like Kerr might actually be legitimately worried about Draymond now. Where it was sort of a nuisance or an annoyance and like, Draymond, just get your shit together. I think that, like, when you hear Nurkic in his presser, which was funny, but also kind of like, goddamn, yeah, he's probably right. He's like, I don't think anybody can look.
That's going to go around forever.
But the brother needs help, and I don't know what that is. I'm not on a kumbaya like, oh my god, he needs psychiatric. I just think he needs to make better decisions. Like, I don't know.
It's his 4th suspension this year. We're only through 23 games.
Yeah, maybe he's having fun doing the pod and not playing basketball.
then if that's the case, maybe it's time to retire. I don't know.
That's what I actually think, that we're very close to that. And I thought that we were going to get into a spot where Draymond might be a mercenary going to certain places, whatever, but I don't think anybody's going to deal with this. I think Draymond's career is coming to an end.
I think it's indefinite. And I think if the suspension comes down and it's for the rest of the season, I think Draymond hangs him up and says,
you remember the whole shit about like this? I'm bringing up the Mavs just based on.
I was about to say, is it from unnecessary roughness? Because nobody remembers that part.
No, it's unnecessary roughness. Remember the Titans, Raiders, or Mavericks?
Okay.
Yep.
Black Knight.
One of those. Yeah. All right. So, a few years back, when people were looking at the contracts in regards to LeBron and Draymond, you know how the whole thing about like Draymond wants to play with LeBron and all that good shit. And now the thing was, all right, wherever Bronny gets drafted to, that's where LeBron's going to go to play with his son for like a year, then hang it up.
Yeah.
Right. And own a team in Vegas when they do the expansion. That's been the plan to play forever. Right. He was like, all right, well, LeBron wants to play with Luka. They'll have the ability to do so. Kyrie's there. LeBron goes there. Draymond goes there. There's your team. This was said last year. I said this last year. Like, well, I didn't say it, but I reported it last year, or I brought it to the pod last year. And it's come back up again.
I don't want to be involved in your wet dreams.
And also,
I don't know if that's a wet dream, to be honest with you.
I think it is for you.
The Marquis was not going to deal with that shit.
I mean, well, we'll see.
But you see the disappointment when he thought about it?
Yeah, you're probably right. He literally just gave up.
I wouldn't.
You want it to happen. That's out.
I mean, I want LeBron on the team. Yeah.
You'd take anything to do to get LeBron on the team, including take Draymond and his all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, considering how we can't get a fucking super.
Motherfucker, you're spinning Kyrie Irving into a positive. We already know where you're at. Like,
He is positive.
yeah, okay.
He's positively not playing.
Yeah, because
Not enough Sage, bro.
nah, Dwight Powell, bro. All right.
Hey, I will say this. I will tell you that the Mavericks are doing better than I expected them early on, but I still think that they have no answer for the stuff that they're going to face in playoffs.
Luca having his all new regimen now that he has a baby. It's pretty big.
It's that no one that they have can stop Nikola Jokic.
Well, no,
or Anthony
Jokic
Davis.
is stopping himself last couple of games. So.
Yeah, look, like he's gonna get ejected. Yeah,
and Anthony Davis is also going to stop himself by landing on someone's foot and being out.
Or Anthony Davis will be what he's always been, which is great one game, non-existent.
His last 3 games have been very good.
I'm just going to repeat what I said. I think the Mavericks are doing much better than I expected them to do, but I still think from a big man perspective, which some of you guys have always needed, even though young guy looks pretty good, he's not there yet. He's not okay, but you know damn well he ain't stopping year one fucking Anthony Davis or fucking Nikola Jokic in a goddamn playoff series.
When that team is stopping Luka,
doesn't matter. So that's that and that's kind of what it boils down to.
Nah, I disagree, but
I know you do.
Like Derek Lively can't guard Jokic or AD. Like we're not even gonna do that here.
That's what I'm saying. There's no answer to the big men. They're just not. They're not physical enough. Yeah.
There's no answer for Luka, and one of those guys has the ball.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, and here's the thing. I'll even give you this. I'll give you this. As far as regular season and what can be done in the playoffs, people are disrespecting Luka. I think people are putting Luka down a couple notches when they think about basketball as a whole, in the sense of what his ability and what his talent is from a superstar standpoint. Absolutely, I agree with that. I do think that there's an element that like Luka needs to be thought of as one of those guys. I'm with you there. One of those guys. I don't think people do that.
All right. Well,
which is why it was surprising to all of us to a lot of us that the Mavericks are doing what it is they're doing right now. It shouldn't necessarily be a surprise because they have Luka.
Second in the MVP.
Yeah, he's got it.
But the whole other thing, which I've been saying for years, is we just needed shooting. We've missed the most wide open shots.
There was one other thing you said you guys always needed,
and a big man, right. And we got one.
So, right, it's just it takes a little time to get that developed, and that's it. That's all I'm saying. I think the Mavericks have done that. Pick has put you guys in a better position I ever thought you guys were going to be, because I also thought that this is what it was going to be. It was never going to be enough for Luka to get past a certain point, whatever it is they were building down there.
The other part is who's training Derek Lively right now.
But I still put you guys.
I don't think that's spoken.
Give me another year or two, and I got you.
I'm fine with that. I mean, but when Kyrie comes back, we'll see. Maybe
doesn't matter.
Make a trade at the deadline.
Kyrie doesn't matter to me. Luka can't help himself.
That's insane to say. Outside of that Kyrie doesn't matter. But
Kyrie doesn't matter to me in the sense of the same way that you're saying how AD is going to come down on his foot and get injured at some point.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm sorry. The way that Ryan said that is the same way I look at Kyrie and say that there's always a ticking time bomb for when Kyrie is going to be Kyrie.
I didn't agree to that. So that doesn't apply to this argument.
Sorry, I'm saying it and I'm just saying it.
All right.
Direct all the hate towards that guy.
Nah, let's direct all the hate towards the Pacers. Because that shit was
I will not do that.
Nah. That motherfucker was petty. We can agree there, right?
What?
I mean, even Mark Cuban doesn't agree. So
what are we talking about?
All right, you know what? The whole thing, did you not see what happened?
How about we set it up for the people that are fucking listening to the goddamn podcast? What's happening?
Did you not see? Yes, I saw.
See what happened with Giannis and the Pacers last night. Like we all did. I have a question though.
I didn't. I actually wasn't.
You didn't see it?
No.
Okay. So Giannis scored 64 last night. So you didn't know that?
Sorry, there was a loud bang.
Okay.
But he's also shocked about the 64.
Yes, I did see that Giannis scored 61 yesterday.
64.
64 yesterday.
All right. So during the game, there was two skirmishes that happened. One with Giannis and Halliburton, and then one with I think you say his name, Mathurin.
Benedict Mathurin.
And Giannis, where he pulled Giannis down, and then Bobby Portis got the crazy eyes, like he's about to do something. Yeah, which he kind of would. He's done it before.
He's the craziest person in Milwaukee. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I thought you were about to say yeah.
He's the only crazy guy in Milwaukee.
Yeah, so that happened, and then after the game, there's like a couple videos out about like somebody taking the game ball.
Oh, I
And
did see this. The rookie took the game ball because he scored his first. Oh,
like Pacers security, but then
they
there's
took it to secure it because he made his first shot. Yeah.
well, I don't think he made his first shot, but scored his first.
Scores his first point. That's correct.
Yeah, I think at the free throw line, right?
I don't know.
Now, the question I have is, when was the rookie inserted into the game?
I don't know.
Because if he was inserted into the game in like the last couple minutes, and he
Well,
scored,
no. So the Pacers put their entire bench on the floor with like 7 minutes left.
okay, and at that point in time, Giannis had like what 43, I think.
Yeah.
And he ended up like around in the 40s or 50, and then he went off for like a
Well, yeah, they played hack of Giannis.
oh, that was stupid. But yeah, so the question I got for you guys is, who should have gotten the game ball?
Giannis.
Right?
I think if I'm Giannis, I would want it not. I mean, it's a fucking regular season game, right?
It's the all-time like
It's the all-time high that the Bucks have ever had a player get to. He just broke the record. He will probably break it again. None of this fucking matters because as any rookie has, how many fucking G Leaguers get fucking how many G Leaguers come into the fucking league in garbage fucking time and score their first baskets? Do they share that fucking ball? Like, I get that it's your first basket and it's something very, very precious, but I'm sorry, motherfucker. Unless you want to be out the league and showing people this one ball, it ain't worth nothing because you ain't making it to anything. It's Giannis's fucking ball.
I think they did that shit on purpose.
Wait, to me, it's the same, but it's the same thing in the sense of like, all right, if I'm a certified fucking all pro MVP and I come to another team and another player has my number, you're giving it up.
Hmm?
Like, can you give me an example?
You're giving it up.
I was like, is he frozen?
Otani.
That was my acting.
Okay. But yeah,
it really got blown out of proportion, and it was like a 10-point game for a minute with those rookies in there. Anyway, didn't Giannis shoot like 40 free throws?
I think it was 30. 30.
No, it was definitely more than 30. It might have been 38.
34. Stop fouling them.
Stop, make a bucket then.
Stop fouling them.
Gotta foul Giannis. That is the rule. Yeah, I think it's a whole lot about nothing. I do like that they got the Pacers signed what's his name? James Jackson?
Oh, James Johnson.
James Johnson, rather. And he's just gonna be there to bully Giannis.
Him and Steven Adams are the two dudes that you do not want to fuck with.
Yep. And they signed him today. And so they're like, oh, we need a bench player who's just an enforcer. All right, cool. We got one. Done.
But KDot, so you didn't watch the game at all?
No. I was got a dinner.
Like when Giannis got thrown to the ground, watch the highlights, right? When Giannis gets thrown to the ground, just look at the bench. Look at Giannis's brother. Funny shit in the world. Second part, when Giannis is arguing with Halliburton after the game, look at Dame Lillard. That man cannot hold his laughter.
Well, the thing to me is like, if anything,
like, Giannis was so mad, and Dame's just sitting there, just like.
So once again, I did not see the stuff from last night. What I have been seeing recently is what seems to be a chasm happening in Milwaukee, between Giannis and pretty much every fucking body else that's on the team. It just doesn't seem. I mean, I'm not here like, oh my god, the sky is falling for fucking Milwaukee. We're still really, really early into a season. The in-season tournament, I think, tricked me into thinking basketball mattered. So good job, Adam Silver. But I go right back to basketball doesn't matter again for a few more months. But it's just shit that you're seeing as far as the way that team itself is made up. That's all about Bobby Portis being the only crazy person, but Bobby Portis is really the only vocal guy that's there in Milwaukee. Giannis is fairly a quiet guy. Like, he's the way that you see him interact on the bench or anything else, like, he's a high energy for himself, but he's not a rah guy. Dame has never been a rah guy. Chris Middleton, definitely not a rah guy. Brook Lopez, none of that. They're a fairly quiet, easygoing kind of squad that's kind of gelled together for a minute. But I just think that when you see Giannis in the body language, like I've heard people talk about how like in timeouts he's not with the team. He's over there sitting on the scorer's bench until like a couple seconds left, and he'll go back over with everybody else, stuff like that. There's just some weird dynamics on that. So like if I watch that, knowing that context, and I'm saying like Dame Lillard's probably laughing and everything, I just think you got a bunch of dudes that probably just don't know each other all that well just yet. And it's gonna make for some hilarious moments because also Giannis got this weird foreign energy, which is just great. Like he's a weirdo. Like they're all fucking weirdos, and it's just it's a motley crew. I just hope that they get it together. I still think it was a downgrade from Drew Holiday to this, but whatever.
Well, Dame's also been shooting like absolute ass. So,
but yeah, he had there was the game a couple nights ago, which I had fucking money on him, and he was like sitting at fucking like 7 points or something like all the way through the third quarter, and then all of a sudden he goes on this fucking 10-minute run. You're like, what the fuck did this come from?
You got fooled like everybody else?
Yeah.
They were saying like they put up a video of him talking to
that was last night.
Kids. Oh yeah. There was a video of him talking to some kids, like he's like, yeah, we play the Pacers, we gotta get our get back. And the kid's like, you gonna score 30? He's like, yeah, I got you. He
scored 21.
Yeah, there's some things in Milwaukee that aren't they don't look as dominant offensively as they should be.
Yeah, but I think they'll get it together.
Yeah, there's a lot of time.
He's in the postseason.
And also,
there's a ton of time.
Can score 60. So
yeah, the in-season tournament was a mind fuck, man. Like it makes it feel as though so much more has happened. We're still really early in the basketball season.
Brian, I got a question. Would you equate the in-season tournament to like the Champions League?
No.
Not in terms of importance, but just like scheduling wise.
No.
Okay.
I did see a tweet. I wish I could say who said it. They were saying Lakers won the bubble championship and the Lakers won the in-season championship. You put them together, it's almost like a real championship.
It's fucked up, but true.
But I did see that the Lakers decided that they're gonna have one banner for this, and then they're gonna put the years that they win the in-season tournament rather
I like
than
that.
Banners. They're just gonna have one, and then they'll put the years that they win on it. So if they win,
it makes sense.
LeBron leaves after this year, and it's the only year.
It's the only year that's left. Yeah, like hilarious.
That would be funny as shit.
But I mean, it happens for it. Like it always happens for some teams. Like even when football teams, like I know Washington has the list of our championships like in the deck. What does Buffalo do? Your AFC championships and the Super Bowl's left blank. Got it.
It is what it is. All right.
Hate
football. Speaking of football, let's go into week 14. The review from week 14. It was ugly.
Oh, it was beautiful, baby. Beautiful. I did not have to watch Commanders play.
Oh. All right. So Keem and Ryan got 8 points. KDot got 7, and I got 6. We all picked Pittsburgh to beat New England. And somehow that
Sorry, it sounded like you fucked up saying Pittsburgh.
Oh, I did. I've been fucking all day.
Pickled Pittsburgh on a pick.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two really bad teams. I just went with the better defense.
Yeah.
And Belichick's gone, so there you have it.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers. They were shit teams. It was a toss up to me.
But we all thought Pittsburgh would win because New England is just that bad.
Yeah, we're just justifying the pick.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Tampa Bay and Atlanta. We all picked Tampa Bay. That one was right.
It was closer than I had expected. Desmond Ridder came out kind of tossing it a little bit. That was nice to see.
Then we had Chicago and Detroit. Only Keem picked Chicago. We all picked Detroit.
Team has been looking all season for ways to discredit Detroit, and it's looking good now.
Yeah. They do not look good at all.
They're going to run.
Also, Dan Campbell, like I've been a dude that defends Dan Campbell because I think that there is room for guys that are more motivators than X's and O's guys if they have the X's and O's guys there on the team. Come to find out, while I still think that Ben Johnson, the offense coordinator, is damn good, I still think that he's got a lot of room to develop in his career as far as an offense coordinator. He's got a lot more to learn. And there were some decisions that Campbell made in that fucking game that were just, dude, no. Going forward on fourth down just to kind of get a spark, but you're on your own 30 or something. It's like, there's just some football shit that you're just not doing correctly, bro.
They have superstars that they are just not getting the ball to.
That's Brandon Staley type shit.
Sort of, yeah.
All right. Then we had the Colts and the Bengals. Almost called them Indiana again. Fuck you, Ryan. All right. Me and Keen picked the Colts, and y'all two picked the Bengals.
Jake Browning, baby.
Brown.
And Chase Brown.
The B round to B round.
Mania had it.
Looking good. Looking good.
All right, Ryan, it's time for your chance to gloat. You're the only one who picked Cleveland, and we all picked Jacksonville.
I went with the better defense. That has been my go-to. I also did not believe Sunshine was going to start for the Jags. He looked pretty fresh. But yeah.
Now who's bringing in Remember the Titan references? Not just me.
I mean, that's just also his nickname.
All right. Then we had New Orleans and Carolina.
Jeez.
We all picked New Orleans.
Carolina's really, really bad. Oh, did you know you can get Falcons Panthers tickets for 45 cents?
Yep.
What?
On Ticketmaster.
Right now.
If you want to go, it's supposed to rain the entire game too. But if you want to go to see the
Carolina?
it doesn't really matter.
It's in Carolina.
It doesn't really matter where it is. It's 45 cents.
Of course it's in Carolina. So here's the thing. A week or two ago, I was explaining to Keem how he lives in a city that doesn't matter. And look, I remember when the Commanders tickets were going for like $10. Everybody was like, what the fuck? 45 cents, motherfucker. 45 cents. Kiss my ass. I was actually thinking if Keem's ass wasn't sick, we should drop down there and go see the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to go see that game for 45 cents. I'll watch it for 0 cents on my couch.
Yeah, really, gas money, everything. That shit starts adding up.
That ended up being like a couple $100. That's worth it.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
All right, moving on.
Now.
Keem should go there.
It's $16 now. That's
Damn.
Yeah,
Everybody snapped up those 45-cent tickets.
They'll be back to 45 cents by Saturday.
Yeah. You got to recoup that.
Especially on game day. Definitely on game day. All right. So, next game. Oh, outside of that, the Saints fans really hate Derek Carr right now.
Yeah, they should. He sucks.
It's getting bad. Like, they're attacking the family.
He's unlikable, and he sucks. If he was unlikable,
He's unlikable.
He's unlikable.
He's unlikable.
No,
on the field.
No,
he's unlikable.
The locker room is no locker room he's been in has liked him. So he's unlikable. And
I'm saying the team.
Yeah.
I'm not going as far as a team. Like the thing is, I don't even think that Derek Carr is a bad dude. I kind of root for him. I think he's kind of a gritty player. There's just you end up having a brand for yourself after a while, right? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. You shouldn't have that. You should be judged by what it is you do, by what it is you do. But one thing that you do shouldn't be the thing that carries with you for the rest of your fucking life. But there is this sort of like, he's a whinging, complaining, moaning.
It looks like he has eyeliner on.
Like that's not something that's.
I need to delete my social media because the guys are like, come on, I'm teary-eyed because of this, that, and like
he's done a lot like that. So
that's my
right. That's
right. He's unlikable.
Those are traits people don't like.
Which is so. I was trying to be kind because I like him, but the idea is that like he's just unlikable, and
he's a bitch.
What makes it 10 times worse is they have the most likable dude behind him. You have to love Jameis Winston. You love Jameis Winston.
The video of him at the Pelicans game.
Yeah, Jameis is as Jameis does.
I think that's the thing is like it's like you see this, like even when he was rapping to Derek, you just see them. Derek Carr's just like, yeah, can he please get away from me?
For his life.
Right? And James just having fun. Like football's supposed to be fun, and he's like the epitome of fun. Yeah. And you got this other dude, and it's just kind of like, whatever. Like it hurts him. It only hurts him.
He is
his brothers don't help.
He's Morty. Derek Carr's Morty.
I haven't seen it, but his brothers don't help.
People will understand.
I know what it is.
People will understand.
Yeah. But
moving on. Dude, Derek Carr needs no more seconds on this pod.
That's fine.
Negative seconds.
Got a lot of seconds. All right. So Houston and the Jets. We all picked Houston.
CJ Stroud got injured. All of his receivers are injured. Their back got injured. The Jets were on offense the entire game.
All right.
Zach Wilson keeping him at bay another week.
Hey, no, Zach Wilson was player of the week.
Yeah, he was.
Look, I'm very much. You guys could. I've said it all season long. I think the New York Jets have been doing Zach Wilson a disservice, and the offense is broken because Nathaniel Hackett's there. The defense is still great, but there are certain things that they can do offensively that would make life a lot easier for Zach Wilson instead of making him a scapegoat. And people need to calm the fuck down. The NFL season has been a lot of people needing to calm the fuck down. We'll talk about another one of those teams that I've said need to calm the fuck down in a moment.
They will never calm the fuck down. People just think, all right, Baltimore and the Rams. Baltimore won.
Great game.
Yep.
What a game. What a game.
So we don't talk about it too much.
I mean, the Ravens tried as hard as they could to lose that fucking game. But they're just they're a well-rounded team. They gave up a lot of points. They score a lot of points. Special teams, obviously, it's a winner for them. Man, let's talk about this one.
No.
Let's not. All right.
All right. So
yeah, I'm down with it. I want to make fun, but like,
yeah, I there's no.
that shit was sad, bro.
There's nothing I can give.
You fucking have a soccer score.
That's a baseball score,
and that's high scoring for soccer.
Look, Vikings, they Minnesota. They got
all week. I've been losing money on fucking total corners and Asian money line. I don't know what that is. They call it that. It's on the fucking handle.
All right. So
yeah, it's what it is. They call it
3 points on defense. So I'll say that we just didn't score anything.
You're not allowed to have a positive spin on that. Fuck that.
No,
it's not.
Bad.
Fuck you. You don't get to do that.
Like you can't score 0 points coming out of a bye week.
Fucking Minnesota.
You can.
At home.
I watched it.
At home.
Moving on.
At home.
Home is not home. Home is not home right now. We can get into that for sure. Home is not home.
Is it the multi-billion-dollar stadium they sell tickets to whoever to come in?
No, they just sell it to the highest bidder.
Of course they do. It's a tourist trap, not a place you build a fan base.
That's like a destination for every other team in the fucking league. But
look, man, Oakland residents couldn't afford the team. They can't afford to buy tickets in Vegas.
Oakland residents could have, but the city was being.
It's not enough tax revenue.
It's like
why there's no other teams in Oakland right now.
It's like going to a Washington game. It's okay.
Oh, I'm glad we don't have that as a fucking topic today. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I was actually gonna put that.
No, we got football. No, shut up. We're doing football and we get out of here. If y'all want to know my thoughts about Washington and the sports teams, turn to Dish Divided tomorrow.
We're going into is San Francisco and Seattle. We all picked San Francisco.
Those are two different tier teams. It wasn't particularly close. The entirety of the Seahawks offense was injured.
MVP candidate.
Yeah,
he wasn't playing.
Oh, he wasn't?
What?
I didn't watch it.
Smith did not play the game.
Sorry, I thought we were being legitimate and talking about Brock fucking Purdy.
No, he's not MVP.
No, he's not it.
There's top 3 right now for MVP. And if I had to rank them, I'd say it's Dak, Brock, Tyreek. I think Tyreek should be number 1.
But he's not going to finish the season, so he's going
I think Brock should be number 2. And I think Dak should be number 3.
I don't think Brock should be in the top 3.
I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, he is. But all right, whatever. You'll see. Then we have Buffalo and Kansas City. KDot, you only pick Kansas City.
Yep.
It's a toss-up.
Understood.
Wasn't a fucking we don't need to get into that fucking the offsides thing as much as I want to. As I've said week in and week out, Buffalo has the ability to beat anyone in the NFL on any given fucking Sunday. When y'all motherfuckers I'm talking to you, Ryan. When y'all motherfuckers run around the sky's falling, I'm like, calm the fuck down. Y'all are still one of the best teams in football. And on any given Sunday, you're the best team in football. You will be. You're gonna eliminate in the wild card round, like I've been saying. You're gonna get there. And look, Kansas City, as I've also said week after week, the Keem was right, and Kansas City offense is actually broken. But they haven't had healthy Isaiah Pacheco. And I still think that if they do more of funneling the offense through Rashee Rice, good things happen when you throw to Rashee Rice. And you run the ball with Pacheco, Kansas City can right this ship. And they still have the baddest man in all of football, the under center, as much as he did look like a little bit of a bitch and is complaining about the penalty.
A little bit Karenish.
My MVP top 3 is Tyreek, Josh Allen, and Dak.
I think if the Bills can pull it off this weekend,
they're gonna win the division.
Who's gonna win what division?
We need a lot of help.
How many games y'all back?
2?
Yeah.
To the Fins?
They play the Jets this week.
I think the Fins have 1 road game left. Everything else is at home.
We have the Cowboys this week.
Y'all gonna beat them.
And they'll beat the Jets, so we're still 2 back. What are we saying here?
They're gonna beat the Jets.
Oh my God!
All right, James wants last place this week. Let's go. Let's keep going.
All right, moving on.
So fuck it.
God damn this fucking game! Look, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you have 19 kids. You bastard, Russell. Like, I can't.
The Broncos are starting to piss me off too.
Yeah, they're pissing me off. Like, don't be consistently good or consistently bad. I don't care which it is.
I picked Denver.
I bet you
piss
fucking
me off.
did.
Hey, you just hate the Chargers more than you hate. Do you hate the Chargers? You hate the Chargers more than you hate the Broncos?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
not this season because the Chargers are donezo. Except for maybe tonight. But the Chargers are donezo.
Yeah, but Broncos week.
I just always felt the Chargers were more of a rival to the Raiders because the California connection for years. And
nah, when we go to that stadium, it's our stadium.
Yeah.
They're little brothers.
There's no LA fans. They're just fans.
They're Raiders fans.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a mistake. I'm thinking about the days of San Diego. I still don't even think the Chargers play in LA.
San Diego.
You know, I'm going to continue. You know what? The Chargers are the San Diego Chargers to me, just playing in LA. They're the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles.
When you look at the old clips,
It's like University of Miami, Ohio.
That's what they are. They're the San Diego Chargers of LA.
When you look at the old clips of us playing in San Diego, it was at least 50 to 60.
That's why they didn't stay there.
Yeah. I mean, no, not really.
That is why they didn't
It's
stay
the same shit. They're going to move again?
No, LA has this. They'll never leave.
The Raiders have cool colors and a lot of people like to follow.
Yeah, cool.
They're the fucking Cowboys of California.
No, we actually have meaning. We have meaning.
You have meaning?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I have meaning to me and to a lot of people.
More than the Cowboy? Like, what are you talking about?
Moving on.
You guys are both just your fan bases are creations of NFL film. Steve Sable knighted both of you.
You love racist team, and I love people that put us in position.
God damn, we had a racist period. It lasted up until Magic Johnson became part owner. Leave us alone. We're in our heyday now.
Can't be racist if Magic Johnson's there.
Excellent. We got Dallas and Philly. Me and Ryan picked Philly, and Keem and KDot picked Dallas.
Divisional game. The Eagles got picked apart.
Yep.
Dallas is better than Philly.
Yeah.
I know. Like
GG's. Yeah.
But after the last matchup that they had, right? It was like, what did I say? I said everyone was like, do not take anything out of this game. Nothing that comes out of this game is indicative of anything to go forward in the future. Philadelphia is more talented than Dallas. Dallas is a better team. And Mike McCarthy is underrated as far as what he can do from an offensive standpoint, in my opinion. I think he was underrated in Green Bay. He just questionable decision-making in crunch time.
Yep. And
But he's a good offensive mind.
Crunch time.
No, hold on. Am I worried about the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? Fuck no, because the Cowboys will cowboy. But
I'm waiting for Dak. Dak's gonna have one bad game.
The Cowboys will cowboy.
Did he rebound from bad games or no? That's what we'll find out.
But this team right now, and here's an apology that I'll make as far as the Cowboys go. I know that I questioned at the beginning of the season, and you guys tried to call me out for it.
No, I put them in last.
No, it was about CeeDee Lamb and the fact that I said that CeeDee Lamb was not, in my opinion, a number one receiver. I was with Richard Sherman on that. And as Richard Sherman did, I'll do as well, which is to say that, and this CD will agree with this because I saw the segment that he did. there's no question there anymore. And I know that he said that his thing this year was to prove everybody at that point. And I'll agree. Up until this year, you weren't, but you absolutely have proven it this year.
He's a top
and I will
receiver.
not quite. I'm not going to rank him, but I will say that he's an absolute bona fide number one.
He's a boner fide. Yeah, he's good.
He's damn.
His fucking hand. He catches everything that gets thrown at him.
Yeah, the motherfucker's sick. He's
absolutely insane, and he's got a nice smile. You know,
he's brought it to another level this year.
So Ryan,
yeah,
the team is the reason why. Part of the reason why I think you guys are going to win the division.
That's a fluke game.
Yeah, but look at Miami's schedule for the rest of the year. So Miami played Tennessee and Tennessee won.
Yeah,
we all picked Miami, and we were all
as we should have. It was the right pick.
Yeah.
First of all, Tyree coming in and out, them not knowing how to scheme.
That's the game.
He was going to be in or going to be out. Also,
Literally
Mike McDaniel's not fucking running the ball when they have one. Anyway, I am very happy they didn't win.
I missed the end of that. I went to bed thinking that they won.
Yeah,
and then I woke up. I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
I know y'all said you're not watching Hard Knocks, but even the Hard Knocks episode that came out this week where they were at the Tennessee game, it so encapsulated what the end of that game was, which was shock. Like it was in 2 plays, Will Levis had them fucking downfield. It was like, what's happening right now? Like you thought it was kind of it was locked up, and in all, I've never in my life, every football game I've watched, I have never seen a team implode like Tennessee did at the end in the final minutes of that game.
Miami.
No, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee fumbled. They fumbled 2 inside like the 20.
They it was an implosion of epic proportions.
It was 13-14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Will Levis fumbled. Then it was a bad snap fumble. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back offensive plays.
And then the muff punt, they had back-to-back horrific, worst possible things happen, right? And then all of a sudden, Will Levis throws 2 passes and they're in position to win. And it was like, what are you saying? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I've never seen a team rebound or recover like that. It's a testament to Mike Vrabel, even though we got to start looking at his overall record. And
Will Levis looked like a fucking champ for a couple minutes.
Will Levis was my favorite quarterback out of that draft. I don't think I'm necessarily right about that at all. But because there's another dude.
You're not.
I know I'm not. I'm not.
It's not necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not right about that.
Here we are. Okay. I just want to be clear.
Yeah. Let's just move on with you saying you're not right. Then we have Green Bay and the Giants. We all picked Green Bay, and we were all wrong again.
Hey.
I'm a motherfucking DeVito, baby. Chicken parm.
Also, let's be clear. Packers have none of their receivers. They have Romeo Doubs. The rest of them are all injured. Aaron Jones is injured.
Aaron Jones hasn't done shit even when he's not injured.
Well, I mean, but he's been partially injured all season. So, hey, shout out to Tommy DeVito. It's been real fun to watch that shit.
Dude, the family.
Oh, so and the agent? Oh my God, the picture suit, the hat. Oh,
it's like the most it feels racist watching. Like it's just the most stereotypical shit you've ever seen. The agent is the funniest. He looked like he walked off the My Cousin Vinny set, like right on the fucking football.
No, that's where he got that suit.
Nuts. They are nuts. Them in the fucking crowd kissing each other. I'm like, this family.
Yeah,
they are America's family. Okay, the DeVitos are the shit. I fucking adore them. I don't love the Giants, but as far as any division rival goes, they're the ones I care about the least. I've dated a girl that was a Giants fan. I went to go see a game with her in New York. I don't care. They don't register for me. But you cannot not love Tommy DeVito. And look, Washington was responsible for Daniel Jones getting a contract. What I'd like to see is the Green Bay Packers might be responsible for Tommy DeVito getting a contract. And we have the most mid-quarterback battle in the history of mid-quarterback battles in New York. And I'm all for it because I love both those guys.
Battle of mid.
I love Daniel Jones. I love Tommy DeVito.
All right.
When he won, they was like, every team needs to have a third-string QB that is the stereotypical person from that area.
So we can just root for him?
Yeah.
Wow. Philadelphia's quarterback are racist fuck.
Poor Tyrod is not going to get another snap ever again because something always happens.
We're going to have a pimp. All right.
So we're going to see, hold on. Seattle's quarterback, what? Weed smoking anarchist. Like just
That's dabbling in meth. Everything is legal
like
there.
fucking Spider Punk. I fucking hate this league. I hate all that shit.
Who's homeless Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday?
Hey, it goes
It'll
from
put me a Seattle thing to just grab a homeless guy and throw him in there. This the rotate. It'd be the real 12th man.
and
It'd be
then
like the NFL in the '90s. Just hit him with a little heroin, send him back in.
Where's Vince Papali when you need him?
yeah,
All right,
all right.
moving on.
Let's go on to week 15. All right, we got a game in 30 minutes that I will not be late for, even though I shouldn't watch. All right, we have the Chargers and Raiders. What do you guys have in this game?
Raiders.
I'm going with the only one that has a healthy starter at either the quarterback or running back position. I think Eckler scores 1 touchdown. This ends 7-0.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, is there more than 10 points in this game?
No.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is injured. I believe what's his name is Zamir what?
Zamir White.
He's pretty good, but still,
No, he's not.
Eckler.
Zamir White,
Or
he like holds
or
on the
Easton
line.
Stick is I've seen him throw. He's got a gun, he's got a cannon.
Look,
To Quentin Johnson, hear me out.
he'll drop it. At the end of the day,
Yeah, he does no hands.
if we win, right, it fucks up the draft position. So there's that. But we won and fuck the Chargers. But if we lose, fuck, we lost against the Chargers, but we helped the draft position. So
It's a win-win.
be upset and
It will be.
happy.
Don't do this to yourself.
I have more money than I should on this game.
Oh, me too. Let's move on.
I think they're going to score a lot more points than people think.
I have a lot of money saying that's the case, but
It will be the case.
but I have some money saying that's not the case.
Well,
You're not good at gambling then. So let's move on.
yeah. All right. So then
Is dropping hundreds of dollars on 12 leg parlays a good idea?
No.
Vikings and Bengals. I have the Bengals. What do you guys have?
Bengals.
All right. Steelers and Colts. I have the Steelers.
I could take the Steelers, but I will take the Colts. The Steelers just look so bad.
Yeah, I'm unsure about this one, but I have the Colts in there right now.
Here's why I'm taking the Steelers. All the teams that I think should outgain them offensively, I'm going to take the Steelers to win the game.
Hold on, what? Say that one more time.
All the teams that I think will outgain the Steelers in terms of yards, I'm going to take the Steelers to win that game.
Why?
Because that's been what they've been doing.
Oh.
That's how they've been winning.
All right.
They've been outgained in so many different games, and they ended up winning.
Well, that pendulum's got to.
I wouldn't.
That's what I think is happening right now.
No, because if you look last week,
They lost to the Patriots.
right, and you would think that they would outgain the Patriots offensively, but they did.
I don't like your logic.
I don't either.
Guess what? My logic might work this week. All right, we have the Broncos and Lions.
I'm gonna take the Lions. So, guys, guess who you should be taking?
I'm taking the Lions too, because fuck this Broncos. It's become personal.
Yeah,
If Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't have 150 yards of total goddamn offense,
It's really starting to annoy me.
oh my god!
The Lions are starting to annoy me because of how much I believe in them, and they're fucking disappointing me. And the Broncos are winning games that I want them to lose so fucking bad. I will be watching all of this game, and I would be the most angry piece of shit. Like no one should text me or talk to me to this game.
Oh, I will.
Oh, the
Right.
Saturday? What the fuck we got 3 Saturday games for?
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Hmm? All right, and then we have Cleveland and Chicago. I have KDot.
Chicago.
Why?
Don't ask him questions.
I don't know.
All right,
Joe
you don't-
Flacco looks actually pretty decent.
and they still have that defense. But all right,
I can only change one pick, right?
Correct.
let's do whatever. Like,
I can do whatever.
I don't give
If I can do whatever, then I'm leaving.
Those aren't the goddamn rules.
I don't
I
remember the rules.
picks anyway, so I don't care.
I'm gonna go. I'm switching to Browns, but I'm
All right.
switching now, so it doesn't count towards the scratch.
Then we have Tampa Bay and Green Bay. I have the Bucks in the
Tampa.
battle.
Tampa.
All right. What say you?
Damn, Bucks defense is bad.
I
Yeah,
think,
I'll take the Bucks.
okay. I think Aaron Jones is back, but I think
They don't have Christian Watson. They don't. There's so many things wrong with, and Green Bay can't stop anything defensively. So I'll take the Bucks.
okay. We have the Texans and the Titans.
Man, this is gonna be an ugly fucking game.
I got the Titans.
Yeah, me too. Remember them.
Texans.
All right.
No CJ Stroud. You're taking the Texans.
Davis Mills, baby. The neck returns.
That is. He can see over everything. Fucking giraffe. He eats food out of people's second story windows.
My picks this week are the most personal picks that I've made this year.
And you're gonna get.
I'm actively rooting against guys right now. So it's like this shouldn't be the case. I should not look. I've been winning this pick'em this year by staying on the straight and narrow. And this week, this is my 1 week. I'm bucking the trend and just picking who I want to win games, pretty much.
Okay. We got the Jets and Dolphins.
Dolphins.
All right.
Come on, Sauce Gardner. Give me the Jets.
Same. All right. Chiefs and New England.
Chiefs.
New England.
Okay.
I think New England's defense is gonna do some shit to the Chiefs that they're not ready for. I don't know. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. I've been wrong a lot this year. The Giants in New Orleans. I got New Orleans.
Give me the Saints. Lord knows I want it. I want it. I want it.
I will be wrong and be so happy, but give me the Giants.
I pick the Saints every week, hoping they'll just start. Winston will get to play.
I hope so.
Atlanta and Carolina. Atlanta.
45-cent tickets, everybody.
16 now. The Commanders and the Rams.
Rams.
Bandies.
Oh.
I'm coming off a bye.
What does that do?
People are healthier.
We scored.
That hasn't been our issue.
We fucking scored 0. All right, next game. 49ers and Cardinals.
49ers.
All right. Cowboys.
Best team in football.
The Bills.
Same.
I had the Bills on here. I don't like the both of you guys picked them, so I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I had the Cowboys at first.
I had the Bills. I do think that Dallas can lose one in this one because I think Buffalo can hang on anybody. I think this would be a hell of a nice prove it game for the Bills. Plus, it should be cold as fuck up there right now.
No, it's going to be 50.
I give it the Cowboys.
But it's going to be raining dogs and cats.
Ryan, I got a question. When y'all played the Dolphins the first time, who won?
We did.
Okay. So you guys played them in the last week of the year. And if the Dolphins lose to the Jets like we both predicted, and the Bills beat the Cowboys like we both predicted, then it's only one game, which
yeah, you control your destiny. I hear what you're saying.
And you look at the
don't you almost did like the filter. I saw you.
I dropped it.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm quitting smoking soon, so I'm getting them in.
We got Baltimore and Jacksonville.
Baltimore.
All
right. Then the Eagles and Seahawks.
Eagles.
Same.
Seahawks.
Okay. Why?
This feels like I think that
candidate Geno Smith is back.
That has nothing to do with it. I think that I think Seattle's a hard place to play. I think it's especially hard to play at night when the Seahawks fans got to get there. I think Philadelphia needs a couple things to happen for them to circle the wagons. It just fits my narrative.
There will be no wagon circling.
I think they lose 2 in a row. There's a bit of a panic. And I think they might need it. I don't get a sense of urgency from the Philadelphia Eagles that they need.
They don't really.
They do.
They do when we're talking about right now, you're jockeying for positions and you're jockeying for who's going to play where and when it comes to playoff time. These games are starting to matter a whole hell of a lot. So while it does look like in the NFC, the road is probably going to go through San Fran. I still think that right now, if you're if you're the Eagles or the Cowboys, like one of you guys really want to play at home and you don't want to play on the road. Like if you're the Cowboys, you don't want to play in Philadelphia if you can help it. And like vice versa, the Philadelphia would love to have a fucking home game or something like that. Like I just think that we're in this position right now where it's like,
I
they need something.
I have to say, I have been to a lot of sporting events, and the Eagles game is the only game I've ever been to where nobody sat down the entire game. Nobody sat.
The fucking psychos.
The entire stadium stood the entire game. It was insane. I would also want to have a home game if I was them. So,
all right, final thoughts, guys.
The Mets are gonna be really bad this year. Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I'd rather the Yankees get Yamamoto than LA or Atlanta. Never thought I'd say something like that. And there was a bull running around in the New York metro system today.
Huh?
Yeah, a full ass bull, like horns.
They got bulls in it's either Brooklyn or Bronx. This motherfuckers got bulls out there.
Yeah, but one of them stopped trains for like 2 hours.
Sorry, bro. This New York shit.
Yeah, can you imagine just like you expecting to see some shit, like maybe someone getting stabbed or somebody naked running around or somebody train surfing? Today they got a bull.
The one thing that is so like in DC, a thing you get used to as far as like an ordinary circumstance that causes you to be late to something are motorcades.
Yeah.
It's like a part of being in DC. The moment you're late for work the first time because there's a presidential or vice presidential motorcade, it's like a welcome to DC moment. New York, the thing that always got me was this is much sadder than fucking motorcades. There are a lot of suicides involving trains.
Yeah.
Or like bridges and all kind of shit that end up like, all right, this gets shut down. It happens. I've experienced it more than once, and I never thought I'd have that happen.
Also, one other final thought: the Capitals and the Wizards will be playing about 15 minutes walking from my office by 2028, which a lot of people aren't that happy about. But guess what? I'm selfish and I don't care about you people. Hooray.
You know, it's going to be funny as fuck.
Well,
Ryan's going to be working in downtown DC.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I will never in my goddamn life live in DC.
But you don't have, you don't practice law in DC.
I do. I can, but I will not.
Okay.
I do not. I won't. So,
but you're also a Virginia resident, so this does not matter to you. Like like he's a Virginia fuck, right? It doesn't matter to him. It's so
no, but I can
now exactly what he wants.
I can leave my office 20 minutes before a Caps puck.
Dude, I spent a lot of time in that. Well, they call it what, National Landing now? It's
some now I'm forgetting.
It was Crystal City. Now it's National Landing, and it's at the site where Potomac Yards is.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with that area. I'm down there like every fucking week.
I'm happy. So
I'm actually really close to your office quite often.
Stop by. I'm always there. Except for when I'm not.
James, did you want to go or I can go?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay. Sports thing real quick would be would the Shohei Ohtani deal should be illegal. They shouldn't allow that in baseball.
But it's in the collective bargaining agreement.
I know.
Make it legal.
I look, there are a bunch of stuff that I just don't make sense to me with it, like inflation clauses and all kinds of stuff. Because like I just feel like that money's not going to be worth what it is 10 years now. Whatever. My real
he won't have to pay taxes.
He will have to pay taxes.
So
carries over for where you are, not where
so if it's a 10-year deal, the way that the California tax law is structured is if it's 10 years and he moves to a state, like let's say he moves to Florida, he won't have to pay any income tax to California on those on the 680 million.
I literally just listened to a full fucking hour-long podcast from a fucking tax specialist talking about this. The jock tax loophole doesn't exist. What he's doing and how he's going to get taxed based on the work that he did is where he did the work. So like, even if it is the only thing they ever have to figure out in baseball is the road games. But even when it comes to the road game aspect of it, they play so many fucking games in California compared to other places, that's where his majority tax rate is going to be.
Dude, he's gonna make so much money off endorsements. I'm sure
That's the other thing. Like he'll make a ton of money doing other shit, but there's like but he wherever he's gonna move to, he can move fucking back to Japan. He's still gonna get taxed on that fucking money.
Not if he takes some money with him.
My real final thought, not sports related, is rest in peace, Andre Braugher.
Yeah, that's good to see.
So this one caught me up a little bit. I did get I cried a little bit when I first heard this one. This I'm a huge fan of movies. I'm a huge fan of art. I'm a huge fan of music. But acting in movies and TV are like my number one. And there are a few people that I hold in higher esteem than Andre Braugher. I know that everybody kind of knows him now from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is an amazing show, deeply underrated, I think, for a lot of people, even though it was watched quite a bit. That's what I was getting to. What I have been seeing, which was making me very, very happy, was that one of my favorite television shows of all time is Homicide: Life on the Street, which is the precursor to The Wire. It was based on David Simon's book that he made that became The Wire, that became what we know of it, but it was first a TV show called Homicide: Life on the Street, with Tom Fontana was the showrunner, Barry Levinson, director, producer, well known in Baltimore. Everyone knew, and if you talk to actors and stuff that knew, Jeffrey Wright, he said something that made me tear up, which was the moment that they were in New York back in the 90s, 93, when they were doing the Shakespearean acting out in the park.
Mhm.
And the moment that Andre Braugher stepped on the scene, they knew, oh shit, this dude's different. He was one of those dudes that I don't give a fuck what he was in. And he was in some shit. Fantastic Four, the fucking Rise of the Silver Surfer. But he stood out always to me. One of my favorite movies is The Mist. One of my favorite endings in the movie history. He's great in that.
He's good in that.
He's great.
I hate that movie, but he's good in that.
He's great in that. But yeah, if there's any show that anyone should check out, it's Homicide: Life on the Street. They've made it extremely. I think more people would know about him if they could get their heads out of their asses and allow it to be streaming. But there's a bunch of contract disputes on that. So I'd say that I don't suggest anybody spend the $70 to watch it on DVD, even though it'd be well worthwhile.
You can
illegally stream it. I'll send you a link if you need it.
I think they're making it available on Google Play or whatever the YouTube.
Oh really?
Whatever, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, you have to pay for it, but you don't have to buy the.
I'd pay for it. I'd pay for it. I mean, I already ordered the DVD set, so it's on its way. But there are some actors that just go a step beyond, and he was one of them. And rest in peace. He was entirely too young, and I will miss him so dearly, so dearly.
I will say as a small silver lining, because it took me a bit aback yesterday too. Apparently it wasn't super sudden. So him and his family had time to spend time together and wrap it up. It wasn't like a heart attack that just took him down very unexpectedly. So that is a little silver lining. That's kind of nice.
Yep.
All right. So KDot, you probably should have went last, but here I am.
Anime.
2. So Kev on stage.
He is doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kev on stage had this whole thing where he started watching Attack on Titan. Like people were telling him to watch it. So he's starting to do like live commentary of his reactions after every couple episodes. He did after the first one, did a little breakdown. Shit was hilarious. And then he did after episode 5. I can't wait for him to keep going through his series.
Dude, Kev on stage will be 73 by the time he finishes.
No, Attack on Titan's not the bad.
I'm not talking about like One Piece. Like One Piece, all right. Like Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
So like Attack on Titan was the anime that I watched last year. It was the one that like I was doing the podcast with Amit and he convinced me to watch it. And what was great, I sent my other co-host buddy Amit the tweet that you sent us, James, of Kev on stage during episode 1. And it's like damn near verbatim to what I told Amit after episode 1 and how much I was all in. I will say that I'm excited to see Kev watch the entire series because he's just like I remember exactly how I felt doing that, watching this show because it's fairly recent to me. What I am gonna find hilarious is that I do think a lot of anime bros are really excited that Kev on stage is starting anime,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to bet he has a similar experience to me, which is that he's gonna get recommended a bunch of other stuff that he's not gonna like.
So he has Attack on Titan is only 89 episodes. One Piece is over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah,
like
One
20
Piece
minutes
is over 1,000.
tops.
One Piece is over 1,000. I mean, I think each episode is like 24.
Not they range, but they're not like until you get to the final season, they're not long.
I couldn't even get through Demon Hunter.
All right. So the other part is like it kind of brought an idea to me where I tweeted him saying like watching and commentating our favorite anime shows would be a legendary series, right? It has been bookmarked. So you might do it.
He
And
bookmarked it.
I think KDot, that's probably something we should explore too.
What?
I give you a series.
You got to give me better ones than the one you gave me.
Demon Slayer. No, we're not doing this. All right. So y'all have a good one. I'm getting the fuck off of here.
Demon Slayer I couldn't get through. They had that one character that annoyed me.
Fun.
The fucking dude who is like a huge pussy, and then once every episode or two, he like turns into a beast. I just can't listen to him. It's so annoying. Like I have to mute it every time he talks. Like it's like
Right.
when I watched Pokemon, it was fine because I was 5, but I can't listen to that shit.
Y'all can do this, but not now while I'm here. Y'all have fun.
Well, you're about to watch the Raiders beat the shit out of Chargers. Let's get some shots off.
We're not though.
But we're not shooting. But we're not like here's. All right.
Look, I tried. I loved it.
Here's look.
We're not beating the shit out of the Chargers.
Hang on, James. Before you run away from us on this, okay? I just want to make sure I'm just making sure that I'm trying to be as respectful as possible about this. Okay?
And they say he ran away.
You don't have to like. Look,
Once,
don't have to
just
like
let me just say this.
Sorry,
Let me just say this. There's a barrier of entry for I think most cartoon things or animated things when you're an adult. I just think that exists. I think that a lot of times it's a lot easier if you have a nostalgic aspect or angle to it.
Mhm.
I also think anime as a genre, if we're looking at it like as a whole big thing, which I didn't know, it's stupid to try to put it in a genre because there's so many different types.
Right. It's like saying movies.
Right. But it's a lot of it's bad. At least a lot of it's not great unless you are a super fan of that genre or that particular medium. And I think that there are certain shows
Rom-com
capture you immediately. So like Attack on Titan for me, that to me was the almost quintessential perfect starting point for an anime. Because like Kev said, after episode 1, you're hooked. Like it sinks its fucking claws into you and you're in. And then there might be a few episodes, like a season, and you're just kind of like, dude, this is kind of dragging. I'm not feeling this. But now I've already spent a fucking full season watching this goddamn show, and I'm invested, and I got to see it out. And then it pulls me back in. But a lot of this shit, in the way that they just develop story and the way that they just vomit exposition on shit and not let things play out properly. It's like, let's explain to you everything and then spend 5 episodes traveling fucking somewhere and nothing's happening. Like, it's just the way that they tell stories is very, very hard to get through. It's gonna be really, really difficult to get through.
Here is the story.
How many episodes of Demon Slayer did you watch?
7.
Give me, all right, roughly. All right, cool. You at 7? KDot, you?
2.
Exactly. I don't want to hear that. You only watched 2 episodes.
Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I did. And that's valid. But you got to see more than 2 episodes to.
No, you don't.
All right.
I don't need to watch more than 2 episodes to let me know whether or not it sinks its claws into me. You know what I mean?
7.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
The other part of it is you don't have to like I don't want it to come off as that like, all right, if you don't like this, you're insane, right?
I don't think you're doing that.
I know, but sometimes you do that to me.
Because I think what I'm talking about is that it's different.
And I don't want to come off that way. So
that's KDot projecting his insanity onto you. It's fine. Don't listen.
Do you know how many movies I fucking watched? Like, it's like,
How many things I fucking watch? All right, outside of that,
I get it.
I know, but look, there's another thing. If you get Crunchyroll, they have a section called like where the first episode is like action packed, where it brings you in, kind of like Attack on Titan is on that list. So there are ones that you can go into saying like, all right, if I look at this, it's going to be attention grabbing from the get go.
Okay, but I gotta counter. I gotta ask you this because we had this conversation about anime a few weeks ago. It was me, you, and Keem, right?
Yeah.
And I had mentioned that I started watching a couple of the animes that were on Netflix, and your reaction to that was almost like, ugh.
Yep.
Ugh. And it was like, motherfucker, I'm trying. They got something that kind of got me, and now it's like, okay, it's just not at a level that's sustaining you, which is fine.
Hey.
You're just saying it's less than, but it's like, allow me to cook with what it is that's getting to me. It's the same way. What?
I was matching your energy. That's all.
Yeah, you're being a dick.
That's that's totally fair. Because this is
hey, look, the more anime you watch, the better I feel about it.
Two things.
I can't say the same thing about movies with you.
The two things. One, Tyler Glass now.
Sharon, what the fuck is that?
Tyler Glass now to the Dodgers for nothing. So that's cool.
Fuck the Dodgers. All right.
And number two, I watched both Oppenheimer and Tears of the Flower Moon this weekend. We'll talk about that later.
Do you say Tears of the Flower Moon?
What is it? Flowers of the Tear Moon? Tears of the Sugar? Sugar of the Flower
Tears of the Flower Moon.
That's what I meant.
There's no sugar in it.
And I thought Flower Moon was better.
I'll see y'all later. I'm about to go be sad.
It's my favorite movie this year. All right. Bye, guys.